So today we're going to be breaking down my brand new dividend portfolio. Now this portfolio is at a very early stage and I'm trying to build it to 10k. I don't want to do it in big investments every month. I want to do it in small investments weekly to show that everyone can invest. The way that I look at this is, rather than thinking I'm going to put in 100 a month or 200 a month or whatever you are able to put in, think about it as a tax on your wage. So you already get taxed on your money. Why not tax yourself a further 2%, and that's the money that goes, or 5%, or if you can put more, great. But it's cutting out the small things like the takeaways, the coffees, the extra things that you can justify cutting out your life and put towards building a better future. And that is the point of this dividend portfolio that I'm trying to build. It is separate than my other portfolio, my main investment account for retirement. This is a brand new, slightly aggressive way to reach a 10k dividend portfolio. Now I want to go long term with this. So after I hit 10k, I want to push on and push on. I want to be pulling in 10k a month in dividends, but that is a long way away. But you have to start somewhere, so why not start here? Rather than setting a target of 10,000 or 20,000 right off the bat, do what I done initially. Set to 10, and then 100, and then 200, 500, 1,000, and build up. Don't just jump in at the deep end and say I'm going to build a 100,000 portfolio. It's too unrealistic and you probably won't get there because you'll be so overwhelmed. So win the small battles. Put £10, $10, whatever it may be away every month or every week if you can, and start to accumulate a portfolio that will build up over time, rather than chucking all your cash, leaving yourself short. You do not want to be so aggressive that you miss out on paying important bills, or even more importantly, clearing off debts. Think of the interest rates that you can get on the stock market, and then think of the interest rates you are paying towards your bills, such as a credit card. Sometimes it is better to aggressively pay off your debts before start investing, but that is down to you and down to what kind of outstanding debts that you have. I would always recommend putting a bit of money into investments, but never leave yourself short to pay the important bills. I've done it. I've left myself in a bad way just with irresponsible money spending. That is one of the reasons I'm here doing this channel. It is to show you that there are multiple ways to not only earn money, but to clear off bad debts, to put more money into your future. So for everyone that's new to my channel, this is Let's Talk Dividends. My name is Ian Robertson, and today we'll be breaking down my portfolio. Remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to show your support for the channel. It means a lot. So first I want to start off with diversification of your portfolio. Now some people think you should put 30-40 stocks into a portfolio. Personally, I don't. I think keeping it around 10 is a better idea for me. I can put more money into a stock, I can get paid higher dividends in that stock. Yes, there's more risk, undoubtedly. When you spread your money across multiple companies, more than 10, obviously there's got to be less risk, because if one of those companies go under, you have protected your money by spreading it out. The way that I do it is a bit more high risk, but I follow the advice of people like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, who believe that a smaller portfolio is more effective because you know the business. Now some companies I've got in my dividend portfolio I'm not 100% on, they are a higher risk, but then on the other hand I have some very secure industries in there as well. So let me break down my portfolio now. This will be underwhelming, there's not a lot of money involved in this at the moment, but it is brand new. So I'm going to be investing around £30 a week. I'm not exactly sure what that is in dollars, I believe around $42, $43. You better check the exchange rate. But that's what I'll be putting in every single week. So it's not major. I know that can be quite a lot for some people, and that's why it's good to do it your way. You do not have to put in this amount. You can put $300 a week or $3 a week, whatever it may be. Just put whatever you feel comfortable into your portfolio. It is a start, and that is the main thing. So my current portfolio is at £174.10. I know, not overwhelming whatsoever. As I say, this is a brand new portfolio for me, and this is very early stages. I'm currently down around 1.9%. I have only been investing for the past 3 weeks in this new dividend portfolio, so it's okay considering how volatile the market's been recently. Now the first company in my portfolio is Unilever. I currently have around half a share, and that's at £19.54. I'm down 1.86% in that, which I'm okay with. Again, super early stages, so I'm not really going to be too worried about that. They have a great dividend yield of 3.1%. Now if you haven't heard of Unilever, you probably will have seen some of their products. They have a huge range of products. Everything from Dove to Magnum to Hellmann's. It is a massive range of products, so you should check out their website, see what kind of products they sell. Probably you have seen them or have used them before, and that's why I have confidence in that brand, and that's why I've committed to that company. My second company is Realty Income. Now this is one we've all heard about. It's a monthly paying dividend stock, and I currently have a tiny 0.34 share in the company, and that's at £16.61. Now that is down around 3.9% at the moment. Again, it's all small numbers, so I'm not that worried. This was maybe 2-3 years of continuous investing. That would be a big chunk. They have a dividend yield of 4.8% and a PE ratio of 41.36. But again, they are monthly. So they're currently trading at $59 or $58.99 it's just dropped to. So with that kind of dividend yield, it's a nice payout, especially the fact it's every month. Now my next investment is one that I am taking a risk on. It's Prospect Capital. They're trading at $5.11 and I currently have 7.2 shares in them, and that's at £30.04 it's cost me in the British market. I'm down around 3.47%. Again though, over the last 3 weeks it's been extremely volatile with everything that's been happening in the world. They have a great monthly dividend and a dividend yield at 14.2% with a PE ratio at 12.13. So I'm pretty happy with that from what I've seen from the research from that company. I think they've got a good future, and that's why I've committed to it, but I do know that it is a higher risk company. It's not a Coca-Cola, it's not a McDonald's. They do run that risk, especially being a monthly paying dividend. They can always cut that during these hard times. Like the last stock, my next one is LTC Properties, and they're currently trading around $36.92. Now I have half a share in them, it's £16.93, again that's British market, you'll have to do the conversion rate. They have a pretty good dividend yield at 6.3 and a PE ratio of 17.6, so again I'm pretty happy with them. I've personally found these last few monthly dividend stocks through watching these channels and getting an idea of what other investors are going for, and then looking into the company myself. I've found a lot of people invest in these companies. There's a lot of support behind them. They have a pretty decent business model. They're all at risk, especially being a monthly paying relatively high dividend stock, so you do need to be aware of that. But overall they seem pretty safe. I have seen ones in the past such as NRZ, who I believe cut their dividends quite dramatically recently. So there is some to watch, and do be aware when you're investing in these monthly dividend stocks. Some of them aren't just as secure as your big brand stocks. Now my last monthly paying dividend stock is AGNC Investment. Again, this is one that I found through different channels. I'm currently up 0.4% on them. I have around 3 shares at £31.75. I have around 3 shares at £31.75. They have a great dividend yield of 11.29% and a PE ratio of 11. Now again, for a monthly paying dividend stock, there is a risk here, but from what I'm seeing, they've been pretty secure, they've got a great business model, so that's why I'm investing in them. Like I said at the start of the video, this is a riskier portfolio. I'm trying to get to 10k pretty quick, and the only way I can do that is by continuous investment and getting a higher dividend yield to compound that investment every month. Now my next stock is a company that we've all heard of. It is AT&T. They're currently trading around $29.64. I've just bought in last week. I'm at 0.7 of a share, and that is £16.98 that I have bought into that. I'm down 0.18%, so again these are all such small amounts that the percentages are so low at the moment. I really won't see the risk and reward for another good few months, especially at the rate that I'm investing. Over time, once I hit the 10k, I plan to invest more every month, but I'm trying to build a portfolio slowly and with small investments to show everyone that you can invest. You do not have to have 200, 300, 400 a week or a month to invest into these portfolios. You can do it in £10 here and there just to start building it. Now AT&T's dividend yield is 7.15% and a PE ratio of 13.04. so it's pretty solid. Now, being from the UK, I was more looking at British telecoms rather than AT&T when I started investing. I was looking at companies like Vodafone with a good dividend yield, but AT&T was recommended to me. I've been looking at it for the past couple of months. I thought now, especially with the massive dip that it's taken, it was time to take that jump and buy into this stock. After that, we have Coca-Cola. We've all heard of Coca-Cola, Warren Buffett's favourite brand and his massive dividend payer. Now, Coca-Cola is trading at $44.33. When you think that in February they were just touching $60 and now they're down at $44, it's a massive dip. That's why it's a good time to start looking at this company. I've jumped at it, I'm going to start investing and watch it climb back up. There is no doubt that Coca-Cola will start to climb again. They have a huge range of products, from Coca-Cola, the main brand, to different types of water, smoothies and so on. But we all know the brand and we all know how reliable this stock could be. They have a dividend yield of 3.76% and a PE ratio of 19.97. And no matter what the uncertainties are in the world, Coca-Cola is just that brand that always sells. No matter what shop you go to, Coca-Cola is on the shelf and right at the front selling the most. So we've got 3 more stocks left. The next one is Ford Motor Company. This one I was really unsure with. They've not had the best past few years. They've got a good dividend yield, but looking to 2021, I'm not 100% on it. So what I've done is lower my percentage of my portfolio that I'm putting into this. So I'm putting a smaller amount into Ford, but I do feel that is still a reward to be had because it is a good dividend payer and it is a relatively low price as well. But please be aware that Ford is a risky stock at the moment. It's not one that I'm 100% confident on, like why I was saying I have lowered my percentage of what I'm getting into it compared to the other companies. They're currently trading at $6.02 and I have just over half a share in them. I am up 2%, but again it fluctuates quite a lot, Ford, so be careful when you look at it, as it is the kind of company that just due to recent times could cut its dividend at any point. You don't want to be putting a lot of money into a company that could cut its dividends. You're left with a huge stock, the stock crashes due to them cutting their dividends, and then you've lost a lot of money and you're not receiving that dividends and why you bought in the first place. So just be careful with it. Maybe pick better brands, but if you feel it's a risk for you, go for it. Now, the second last company that I'm going to be talking about is the one I spoke about in my first video, and that is Gap. They're currently trading at $12.28, and that is up around $2 from just a couple of days ago. They took a massive spike when the Kanye West deal was announced. They have a great dividend yield of 8.04% and a PE ratio of 7.18. Now again, this is a risky stock, a bit like Ford. Gap isn't a store that I really talk about or hear much about anymore, but with Kanye West and Yeezy having that new line in their store, there is huge potential for that stock. If Kanye West has the touch of gold that he has with all the other companies and music that he's involved with, Gap could seriously become a top brand again. And last but not least, my favourite company that I have started putting money into, it is Diageo. Now, they are an alcohol owning company. They own multiple different brands, including a lot of whiskies. Now, I'm a huge whisky lover, so when I found out about this brand, I was all over it. When I started reading into it, I realised they were a great price, great dividend yield and a great business model as well. They are currently trading at £27.08 and I have 0.7 of a share in them. That is one that I'm going to be putting a lot more into, especially when my dividends start to compound. I start increasing my investments weekly. This is one that I will increase the percentage and go a lot heavier in. They have a fantastic business model, and as you know, Scotch whisky is the most popular whisky on the planet. There is some great Japanese whiskies, American whiskies and Irish whiskies of course, but Scotch whisky is famed across the world. Not only whisky, but they're involved in vodkas, rums and other brands. So please check this brand out because you'll be amazed at the different companies that they own. They have a dividend yield of 2.59% and a PE ratio of 21.46. And for an alcohol company, they have a massive market cap at 63.11 billion British pounds. If you read through the list just on their trading page, it's saying here that they include Scotch whisky, gin, vodka, rum, beer, Irish cream liqueur, wine, raki, tequila, Canadian whisky, American whisky, progressive adult beverages and so on. This is a huge brand, so please do check this one out. So this is my brand new dividend portfolio. Again, it does seem a small account, there's not a lot of money in it at the moment, but over time, when we build this weekly, if you follow the journey, you will see how much this accumulates and when we can compound that interest. Over time, we will be increasing that amount we invest weekly, so it won't just be the £30 a week, but at the moment we will stick with that and let's do it together. So why don't you start a new trading account as well? Put a small amount, like I said, tax yourself. Take 2% of your wage every month or 5% of your wage every month and put that into an investment account. Don't touch it, don't take it into your bank and then be tempted to spend it. Put it straight into an investment account, and that is a tax. You cannot get it back and it stays in your investment account. That's how I got started investing, because I was so bad at spending money on stupid things that I didn't need. If it was nights out, if it was takeaway, whatever it may have been, and I've started cutting that back and realising that I can make my money work for me. The trading platform that I'm using is Trading 212. I'll put a link in the description below if you're trading outside the US for a free share worth up to £100. I'm not sponsored by Trading 212, as you can probably tell from my viewership, but it is a platform that I love using. They have a new pie chart system that's coming into place. I'm currently using the beta, and it is a fantastic model that lets you reinvest your dividends and set an auto invest every week to go into this pie chart. It also rebalances the pie chart if you decide to, so it's never too focused in one industry and you can keep your portfolio well diversified. So why don't you tell me down below what platform you're using, what your favourite platform is, and if you would consider using Trading 212. So thank you for watching. This is a brand new channel, and my plan is to show that everyone can invest. Doesn't matter how much you make, how little you make, you can start investing and build a better future for yourself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below to show your support for the channel and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. We'll be putting a video up on this portfolio every Monday, as that is when I auto invest, but I also will be putting videos up midweek for stock market news. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.